Hello, I'm going to show you how to set up the agency child theme on Genesis with WordPress, and it's a perfect theme if you have a business website to create. It's adaptive for mobiles and it's got a JavaScript slider and it's got various widgets you can put on the home page as well. We've just set up WordPress here locally and we have the default theme there. So the first thing we should do is put the agency theme in. This is the agency child theme. You never put it in on its own into the theme folder. You always must put it with the Genesis framework because the one won't work without the other. And the theme folder, in case you didn't know, is situated within the WordPress install, which is usually the root of your site, and then in WP content, and then in themes. So if we go into themes, you see the agency child theme is there, so you simply activate it, and then if you refresh, there it is. It doesn't look great at the moment, and I'm going to show you how to make it look better. You can decide to put a logo up the top instead of just having this text here. You can leave the text if you want, but if you go into header and select an image, put your logo in there, and obviously as you've got a logo in there you don't want to have the header text there. Save changes and refresh, and there it is. Now we're going to create some more pages to go into a menu which won't be here but will be up here. So the first page we're going to do is the About Us page. So we go Add New and do About Us there, and I've got text here. I'm just going to put this in the HTML editor. All it is pretty much text with subheadings. Subheadings have H2 tags around them. There's also a more here which I'll come to later, which is you have to put in due to the slider, and there's also an image which you can upload here. So we're going to publish that and have a look at it first. Here we have the URL, and the URL is $page ID equals some number. It's not very nice, so we'll go into settings, permalinks. You'll have to do this with every new WordPress install, and just click on post name there. So if you save the changes there, go back into your About Us page. Let's just view that in a new window. And then you'll find that the URL is About Us. I want to create some child pages under the About Us parent. And to do that, I'll go Add New. And over here, as this is going to be a child page of About Us, we choose the parent as About Us. Okay, so I've just got this page. We're going to pretend we've got it's a company that does SEO, so we've called the page title SEO. As you can see, that is in a child page of About Us, so the URL is aboutus/SEO. We've got first line of text and then this more, again another image and some more text. We'll publish that. And then if we go back to pages, you can see that SEO has got a dash before it. That means it's a sub-page. So I'm going to quickly just put 2 more sub-pages in. Okay, so there we've got 3 sub-pages and an About Us page. We actually don't need this one anymore, a sample page, so we'll just trash that. And lastly, we're going to put in a Contact Us page. And to do that, I usually get the Contact Form 7 plugin. If you go into settings, if you wanted to put extra fields in this contact, you could, but just copy this shortcode here and then go to pages and add new, and then type Contact Us and paste the form in there and click publish. If you view the page there, you'll see the contact form is created for you. It's sent to the email address that you use when you set up the WordPress install, so it'll be the one that is here in email address under General Settings. So with that done, we'll go into Appearance Menus, and we'll create a menu, call it navbar. We want to put all of these pages in the menu. We want contact us at the bottom, and we want these three to be sub-pages. We want them in a drop down in the menu. So we save that menu, and if you wanted it to be underneath the header, you can choose it here. But we're not going to do that because we're going to put it in the header opposite the logo. So we're going to widgets, and here you've got header right, and you just drag custom menu over, and the menu is already selected. We don't want a title, just save that, and then if you refresh, you've still got the primary menu. We'll get rid of that later. Here is the menu with About Us, with a drop down, and Contact Us. Actually, we'd quite like a home in there, so let's go back to the menu. And here, if you go View All, there's a home option there which we can add to the menu, and there it is at the top. That's much better. And the other thing we need to do is get rid of the other menu, which is in the Genesis theme settings, and you've got a primary navigation. You don't want that. So if we refresh again, great, we've got rid of that menu, and this menu now has a home, it has an About Us, and it has a Contact Us. Let's just put this in, and that's back to the widgets. So it's Appearance, Widgets, and here you've got a home welcome. So all you do is use a text widget. So drag the widget that says text on it, and in the title, it contain HTML, anything you want really. If you have any questions, please contact us, and in the Contact Us you can just paste in that link. So there, if you refresh that, there is the welcome. Now to get the jQuery slider working, first thing you need to do is add a plugin, and the plugin is called Genesis Responsive Slider. You need to put the slider onto the front page, the home page, so again it's another widget, a home slider. You'll find this Genesis Responsive Slider there. So let's quickly have a look at the home page. As you can see, it's not exactly looking great at the moment, but let's see what we can do with the slider settings. So we'll choose Pages rather than Post. We will need to exclude an ID because we won't want the Contact Us in the slider because it's got no image. So if we look at the pages now, and we hover over Contact Us, you'll see down in the bottom corner, I can't move my mouse, it says 169 there. Also, if you press Edit up here, it's 169. That means the ID of that page is 169, and we want to exclude that page, so we put 169 in there and exclude. I've made a mistake. Instead of putting that there, I should have put it here, because this is the list of page IDs to include exclude, and I put exclude, and that was a category tag, which would be if I'd chosen posts here anyway. Number of sides to show is 4. We could order it by ID or something. You can control the amount of time that the slides show. You can show whether you want the arrows or not. We'll save settings and refresh, and there it is. We have 4 sliders there, or 4 pages. They link through to the appropriate page. One thing to say is all those images I created them all the same size. Quite important to display post content. You remember when I was showing you the posts, you noticed I put 1 sentence and then 2 paragraph breaks and then the more. This takes this sentence and adds it to the slider, and also because it's got 2 paragraph breaks in the HTML editor, or 1 in the visual editor, it puts a gap between the end of that and the button, and obviously you can specify the text of the button. Now we're going to put 3 widgets in here, and to do that I'm going to create 3 new posts. So at the moment we have the default one, we don't need that, and I'm going to create a new post. So I've entered some text here. It's only text with bullet points and a few subheads. Let's enter an image, upload and insert, and drag in an image there. Get rid of the title and put some alt text. Get rid of the link URL. I always find them annoying. Put it full size, insert into post. So now you've got an image into the post. That will be recropped for your featured image. So all we have to do is create a new category and publish the post. Now I'm going to do a couple more like that. Okay, I've done that. I've just created 3 blog posts and put images in them. And now I'm going to go back to my widgets, and here we've got home left, home middle and home right. I'm going to put one of those blog posts in each of these. And to do that I'm going to use the Genesis featured posts widget. Let's show one post, and it doesn't matter how you order it, and we're going to choose this size for the featured image and show post title and show content and limit the content to 150 characters and save that, and let's see what that looks like. So we refresh this. Well, it's shown the whole post, which we don't want. Let's go back into the widget. I think that's because, I didn't tick this show featured image, and also I think that's a little too much, so we put 100 characters. I don't know how much that is, and refresh, and that's a little bit better. So I've put a featured post widget in home left, home middle, home right, and they're all the same as the one I did earlier. There's just one difference, and that's because they're showing each different post. First one is to show one post with an offset of 0. The second one, the middle one, is to show one post with an offset of 1. And then the last one is to show one post with an offset of 2. That way we get the 3 most recent posts shown on the home page here, and let's refresh. Okay, I just found out why that didn't work, and I also found out something else. I thought as I ordered them all by the date and offset them by 1, then one would follow after the other. The only problem was that I created each post on the same date, so it didn't order it by time, it ordered it by date only. So I changed all of these to be ordered by title, and it worked. Also, I found out that if you put show content limit, that means that you can specify the character limit. So if you look at the home page now, you'll see that the 3 most recent, well, they're not the most recent, you'll see the 3 blog posts are there with the title and the 50 character excerpt. Now, any of these will go through to a page or a post, and we've got nothing in the primary sidebar area, so I'll just put a couple of things in there. First of all, we can put tweets and use the Genesis latest tweets there and give it a title and a Twitter handle and show 5 and save that. Or categories and recent posts, put recent articles, and in the categories put topics. Save, and then if you click on a post, here is your sidebar with the categories, latest tweets and recent articles. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Here is our website created in 10 minutes with the agency theme and I wanted to show you how to create a single blog page on the agency theme in Genesis by Studiopress and WordPress. And it's slightly confusing because agency comes up with a home page which has various widgets of it on it where you can display your latest blog posts. And also you can have static pages as usual along the top here. So the usual way of doing this would be going into WordPress in settings and reading, and here you'd expect the front page to be a static page, but actually it's not. It's the normal blog page for WordPress. What you do is you just create another page called blog, and then over on the template select the blog template, which comes with agency theme. Then in order to put that in the menu there, you go to Appearance Menus, and you can select it there and add it to the menu. And I'm going to put it there before the Contact Us page. Save that menu, refresh, and there is your blog page. But unfortunately, you can see it's added it to the slider, so we'll have to sort that out as well. But another thing we've got to sort out is on the blog it shows you all the posts in their entirety, and I want to change that as well. So let's change that first before we sort out the slider. Go into Genesis theme settings, and on the content archives display post excerpts, and let's have a featured image there. I'm going to try that one this time. And the best select post navigation technique I find is the numeric one. So save those settings and refresh the blog page, and now you have the posts with just a shorter excerpt and a featured image, which is not much nicer. So, and here's your home page, which has got the slider and other widgets you can enter. But the slider looks a bit rubbish here because we've got that blog page and we just want all these other pages. So we need to go back into the slider settings, which is under Genesis. We have it to show the pages, and here we list the page IDs to exclude. So we want to get the blog page ID and add it there. So we go back to pages, and if you hover over blog, you'll see in the bottom there the post ID is 126. I'll just press edit, and you can see that 126 again there, 126. That's what you put in the slider settings to exclude. 126. Save that, and now let's refresh, and now that's got back to 4 options. You've got 4 options now on the slider, so that's fantastic, and we've got our new blog page. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for listening. This has been Rob from robcubbon.com. Goodbye.